Hey everybody, Ryan Lilly here with Old Town. We've fielded quite a few questions regarding battery and the Old Town Sportsman line, so we wanted to answer some of those in this quick video. First things first, both the AutoPIlot and the 106 powered by Minn Kota models are lithium-ion and lead-acid compatible. This means that you can use either battery type interchangeably. So if you have one of each battery, you can take a lead acid one day and a lithium ion the next. Simply put, a lead acid battery is far cheaper than a lithium ion battery. However, it is much heavier and it lasts a lot less time. You can expect 2 to 3 years of battery life out of a lead acid battery option, where a lithium ion battery, though the upfront cost is much higher, you get years and years out of that battery, and it's a lot lighter. That means that it takes up less usable capacity in your kayak and it's a lot easier to transport. There are some distinct performance differences between a lead acid and a lithium ion battery, and I'll cover off on that later in the video. Personally, I run one of each. I have a lead acid battery that I picked up at my local auto parts store for about $100. It's 120 amp hours. And then I have a lithium ion battery by Dakota Lithium that retails for roughly $900. The battery box that's included in your AutoPIlot or your 106 powered by Minn Kota accommodates up to a Group 27 size battery. We also recommend running around a 100 amp hour battery. There is no downside of running a lesser amp hour battery. However, you should be aware that it does affect your overall run time. If you're only planning on getting out for a few hours here and there, a 50 or an 80 amp hour battery may be a good solution for you, as it's less money and it's a lot lighter. With a lead acid battery, you want to be careful not to run that battery down too low or to overcharge it. Both of these scenarios will negatively impact the overall health and longevity of your lead acid deep cycle battery. This chart demonstrates the differences between voltage discharge of either battery when in use. While running a lead acid battery, the voltage performance decreases until it runs out of charge completely, whereas a lithium ion battery voltage discharge remains relatively consistent until it runs out. With a lead acid battery, you'll notice that your kayak will become slower as it gets closer to running out of battery. This scenario does not happen with a lithium ion battery. The voltage, since it remains constant until the battery is out of power, your speed will remain relatively constant until that battery dies. Because of this distinct difference between a lead acid and a lithium ion battery, the battery indicator on your AutoPIlot and your 106 powered by Minn Kota is only compatible with a lead acid battery. We don't recommend that you run your fish finder or other accessories off of the same battery that's powering your kayak. This could negatively impact the performance of your kayak and the accessories that you're tying into that battery. We recommend that you run a separate 12-volt accessory battery for those additional accessories on your kayak. Your overall battery runtime is completely dependent on these three factors: the environment in which you're fishing, how much weight you have in your kayak, and the overall quality and health of the battery that you're using in your kayak. Personally speaking, in my AutoPIlot 120, after about 6 to 8 hours of fishing, I still have roughly half of my battery life left. Now keep in mind, when I'm out there, I'm fishing. I may go full speed from one end of the lake to the other. When I get to my desired fishing location, I slow things down, I'm trolling at slower speeds, and I'm using spot lock and AutoPIlot a lot, which means that my kayak is sipping that power versus gulping that power. Now your experience and your battery life will differ based on those three factors: the environment and conditions in which you're fishing, the overall weight in your kayak, and the quality and overall health of your battery. We hope that you found this video helpful. If you have any additional questions, leave them in the comment section below and we'll try to get back to you in a timely fashion. That's all for now. Now go catch some fish.